Right.
To the naked eye, like you probably can't see, like if you went up to the black hole, you wouldn't see it like that picture. It's like an infrared picture almost, or a CT scan of a black hole, kind of, because it's not visible. Yeah, for now. Like, I mean, we 10 years ago, nobody would have thought that we could see a black hole. Like, even an image of a black hole would not have ever existed because they're unviewable.
Are you actually looking at the black hole, or are you looking at all the matter that is inside of it and how it's moving around and what the shape of that is?
Well, both actually now, because now we have physical, viewable evidence of what it looks like, and so we can garner off of that what the matter is doing and what it looks like and blah blah blah. So what you're looking at is it's gravity, basically. You're looking at what it looks like as a gravitational pull, and the light part around it is the matter that it expels, and the black part in the center is the mass of gravity.
Are we doing this again?
Yeah, because I mean, gravity and light and space and all that are cool, but once you go into black hole territory, everything just kind of bends and warps around itself.
Yes, that's right. It gets all messed up and
your laws suddenly are kind of upside down and backwards.
And it's got primarily to do with gravity.
Mechanics.
It's got very specifically to do with gravity. Is the biggest one. Did you know that we know more about evolution than we do about gravity? Like evolution as a science, we have more evidence of and more data on, and we know for sure that evolution exists and that it's a real thing, and we know more about it than we can know about gravity, because gravity is such a...
I mean, that's not really fair to say that, though, because, yeah, okay,
it's true.
You're not wrong. Oh, no, yeah you're right. But it's also like, well, so we can actually visually see and detect that versus, say, gravity. We can't physically see gravity. We can only see the effect that it implies.
That's right.
Which is really
it's very difficult to measure what gravity is and how it does, and there was that thing that was released like a couple of years ago. Do you remember when they discovered that atoms are actually egg-shaped and they're not actually circular?
I didn't ever actually hear about that.
That came out, I think, like 2 years ago, and the guy who discovered it won the Nobel Prize, and it basically means that we can now officially measure gravitational waves in our universe. So we know, for instance, that the universe is consistently expanding and contracting, right? We know that things get further away from each other and then closer and then further and then closer. And the reason that happens...
Actually, the rate of expansion is actually increasing at an exponential rate, it seems.
That's correct.
We might be going towards the big rip.
That's correct. And the reason it's expanding is because there are gravitational waves. And for a long time, we knew that theoretically, but we had no actual visual or physical evidence to say so and to document it. And when we discovered under a microscope that atoms are actually egg-shaped, that proves that gravity is pushing through our atoms and making them expand outward, because there are waves that go through it at intervals. It's fucking crazy.
So basically, it is
how stoned are you?
But gravity is warping it to not be.
I'm not. I'm just really into space, yo.
Yo, what? What?
Sorry.
Yo, just wait a minute. Hold on.
I mean,
yo, diggity dog. I'm in the spaces. Like, I'm sorry. I have to mean about it.
Sorry.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say you can kind of say the same thing about water and air pressure, because when you have our bodies at regular, you actually have the air pushing on your skin, but you have the skin pushing out at the same pressure per inch. That's why if you go out in space, when you don't have air pushing around you, your body just explodes because it's pushing out, but there's nothing pushing back.
That's correct.
Or when you go underwater where there's a lot of pressure per inch.
Then you get pushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's the craziest shit. It's so shiggity.